Please listen to this carefully. This is a story of my cousin from her last examination. Please make sure you watch this to the end, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Thank you. The sun was already hot at 9 in the morning. Amara walked slowly across the campus. Her final exam was in 30 minutes. Her stomach hurt, not from hunger, but from fear. It was her last paper. 4 years of study. So many nights with no sleep. So many times she cried in silence. And now, everything came down to this. She entered the exam hall. It was a big room with over 100 students. She found her seat, third row from the front. She placed her bag outside the hall as instructed. She had nothing with her except 2 pens and her ID card. Good luck, her friend Ife whispered beside her. Amara nodded but couldn't speak. Her throat was dry. The invigilator, a tall man with a hard face, walked in and called for silence. The papers were shared. The room became quiet. Amara opened the booklet and took a deep breath. She smiled. She knew the questions. She had studied well. 30 minutes into the exam, Amara was deep in her writing. Her pen moved fast. She didn't notice the invigilator walk toward her. Stand up, he said, his voice loud. She looked up, shocked. Sir. I said, stand up now. Confused, she stood. All eyes were on her. The invigilator reached under her chair and pulled out a small folded paper. What is this? He asked. Amara blinked. I don't know. It's not mine. It was under your seat. You were using it to cheat. No, sir. I swear. I didn't put it there. Enough, he snapped. Pick up your things. Leave the hall. Amara's mouth opened, but no words came out. Her heart was beating so fast, it hurt. Please sir, it's not mine, she whispered. But he didn't listen. 2 other staff came and took her away. She walked out, humiliated. Other students whispered. Some looked sorry. Others laughed. Amara sat outside the hall. Her paper was half done. Her future was broken. She began to cry. That night, Amara didn't eat. She didn't sleep. Her phone kept buzzing with messages from friends. I heard what happened. So sorry. Don't worry, God will fight for you. But none of it helped. The shame was heavy. The next morning, she went to the department office and wrote a formal complaint. She begged them to investigate. Days turned to weeks. Nobody gave her answers. One day, a lecturer told her gently, cases like this take time. But don't lose hope. Amara tried to keep her mind busy. She prayed every morning. She stayed away from people. Her parents were worried, but she didn't tell them everything. She didn't want them to cry too. 1 month later, she got a call. The Dean of Student Affairs asked her to come in. She sat quietly in the office. Her hands shook again, just like in the exam hall. We have finished our investigation, the Dean said. And we have good news. He smiled. The paper found under your chair belonged to another student sitting behind you. That student confessed. Amara gasped. So I'm cleared. Yes, the Dean said. You were innocent. We are sorry for what you went through. Tears ran down Amara's cheeks. She said thank you over and over. They gave her a chance to retake the exam during the makeup period. Amara did not waste time. She studied harder than before. She even solved questions from the past 10 years. When the day of the makeup exam came, she walked into the small exam hall with confidence. Only 5 students were there. She sat in the front this time. When she got the paper, she smiled again. She wrote like fire was in her fingers. Every answer came easily. No fear. No shame. Just strength. She finished early and checked her work twice. Then she submitted and walked out, straight-backed. She felt free. Weeks passed. One afternoon, while Amara was washing clothes at home, her phone beeped. Final year result out. Check portal. Her heart almost stopped. She rushed to her laptop. It took forever to load. Finally, the screen showed her name. She read it slowly. Amara Okon, first class honors, 4.63 CGPA. She froze. Then she screamed. Her neighbors came running. I made it, she shouted, laughing and crying. I got a first class. Her mother hugged her tight. Her father danced. All the pain, the shame, the fear, it was now behind her. On graduation day, Amara stood in a black gown. The hall was full. Her name was called. The best graduating student from the Faculty of Arts. Amara Okon. People clapped. Her lecturer smiled. As she walked to receive her award, she remembered that day in the exam hall. The fear. The tears. But now, she walked with pride. She had passed the test. Not just the exam, but the test of life. She had been broken, but she stood again. And she won. Moral of the story. Sometimes life throws shame at us when we least expect it. But what we do after the shame, that's what writes our real story. Amara didn't give up. She fought for the truth. And in the end, she didn't just pass, she rose to the top. Please subscribe, likes and comment. Thank you.